So recently, I've been receiving quite a few DMs because of the growth of my YouTube channel of people trying to sell me their services. And honestly, most of the messages I've received are really bad, pretty horrible. So I want to share them with you. I've taken the liberty of taking these screenshots. Obviously, I've blurred the names of the people who send me these things because the point of this video is not to mock them, but to teach you what they're doing right and what they're doing wrong. Because I know many of you who watch this YouTube channel, you have a service-based business. So I want to show these to you so that you know what are the things that you should be avoiding when you're doing this. And what we'll be talking about here is more of outbound appointment setting, which basically means like cold outreach. There's another form of appointment setting, which is inbound. So for example, if I were to message another Instagram account and then they try to set an appointment with me because I texted first asking for something, that is the most common form of appointment setting, right? But now I'm referring more to cold outreach. So let's take a look at this one. This one is by far my favorite. Okay, so let me read the whole thing. Yo, bruh, it's appreciated you've built an aesthetic physique. I can help you to build a personal brand on YouTube in the self-improvement niche and get 10,000 subscribers within 40 days. Free to talk. Okay, there's a lot of things to say about this one. First of all, and this might be the part of the video that most people disagree with me, the whole bro thing. Bro, bruh, bruv, whatever it is that you say to communicate with people, this is horrible, and you have to stop saying bro, bruh, bruv to people that you've never met before. The second a complete stranger calls me bro, you've already lost me. I don't care what you have to say afterwards. Now, you might be thinking that I'm exaggerating, you might be thinking it's completely normal to call people bro. The reason why you think so is because you're surrounded by people who also say this. So you're biased because of your social circle. But in reality, there's a lot of people, let me tell you, especially older people, who hate being called bro because they don't know you. They're not their bro, they're not your friend, they're none of that. I know you're trying, the way you see it, you're just trying to come off as casual and friendly and all of that, but you're doing the complete opposite. What you're coming off for a lot of people is like a douchebag and a dummy. So here's the thing, what a lot of people are afraid of, especially young entrepreneurs, is like they don't want to seem too professional because they think that makes them look as needy or too invested into the deal. What they want to seem is just casual, relaxed, like they don't really want it. It's okay if the deal works, if it doesn't work, they just want to seem approachable, like just a friend. But the problem is that because you're trying to avoid this so much, you're going too far to the other extreme and you're just coming off, as I was saying, as a dummy. So what you want to be is not extremely casual, not extremely professional. What you want to be is casually professional. So you're a professional, but it doesn't seem like you're trying that hard. It just comes off naturally. It's just part of your personality. If you think, for example, maybe it's not the best example, right? But think about someone like James Bond in the movies. Why so many people find him so charming? Because he seems very professional, but it just comes very naturally to him. It's just like part of his personality. Everything is smooth, right? Everything just flows naturally. There's this level of casualness to everything that he does as a professional. And look, here's the thing, like there's another way you can look at it. You have two options here. You can either call me bro or you can just call me pal. Think for a second here. Do you believe calling me bro has any added benefit that you wouldn't get if you call me by my name? Of course not. So when you say bro, two things can happen. Maybe I don't like it, maybe I do like it. When you say my name, of course, I'm gonna be okay with it. That's my name. So why would you take the chance of calling me bro, or even worse, bruh or bruv, when you could just say the person's name? Now, there's another big major problem of him doing this, calling me like yo bro, but I'm gonna cover that into the next messages because it will be even more obvious. So for now, let's leave it here, but let's continue. So it's appreciated you've built an aesthetic physique. So here's the thing. There is one single video on this channel that I have on how to, I think the video is called something along the lines of the lazy way to build an aesthetic physique. So what this tells me is that this guy has watched probably some Alex Hormozi, and he's been like, oh yeah, I have to customize the message and I have to acknowledge that I know what their brand is about. He's gone to my channel, he's only watched one single video, and now he's using that as a way to acknowledge, to be like, oh yeah, I know what your brand is about, so now let me go and help you with my services. But the thing is that, let's think about what this person is even saying. Like, it is appreciated you've built an aesthetic physique. Why would that be appreciated? What I'm even thinking right now is probably this guy, he's watched some YouTube video of someone who was giving examples on how to do cold outreach. And the person on the video maybe gave an example of being like, hey, I appreciate the videos you've been putting off. I really like your content, whatever. Maybe that's the example that that person on that training video was giving. And this person just wants this and he's like, oh, okay, yeah, appreciate it, whatever. And now this is what he's doing, but this makes absolutely zero sense. Like, why would it be appreciated that I have an aesthetic physique? It literally makes zero sense. So what does this tell me now? Like, this person is not thinking, why would I give control of my personal brand to someone that is not even thinking. This is something that I find so mind-boggling with people who have these social media marketing agencies or whatever you want to call it, especially when you're trying to handle clients with their own personal brands. If there's one sort of brand that people really care about, is their own personal brand. This is basically how you're putting yourself out to the world for everyone to see. Do you think I personally do not care about every single word that I say in my videos, the titles, the thumbnails, how I present myself, how I communicate with people who follow me and people who watch my videos? Of course, I care so much. It's not like other businesses that I've had in the past that had nothing to do with me. My name was nowhere to be seen, nor my face. This is completely different. So if you think that you're gonna get a client with their personal brand just by writing some silly message, you're dead wrong. Because I'm not gonna give you that control just by what you're demonstrating of who you are within just like 1 or 2 lines. Now, here's the thing also, on the second part, like you say, oh, I can get you 10,000 subscribers within 40 days. Why would I believe that? What's the proof in that message? Because let me check this real quick. The person who sent me this message, I'm just checking right now, they have 120 followers on Instagram. Why would I believe you? Where's the proof that you can get me 10,000 subscribers within 40 days? So it's just like stupid. Because here's the thing, if you're trying to sell your services to someone like me who's into the business niche, yes, it's self-improvement. I also talk about health, psychology, and spirituality and other things. But a big chunk of my content is business. And I have had my big share of success with businesses, whether it's e-commerce, affiliate marketing, other forms of marketing, consulting, like all of these things. Do you think that I don't already know like the tactics you're using and how you're coming off and all of these things, that it doesn't make sense the way you're approaching me? So it's like you even have to try extra hard here. So this one, like, I mean, I'm sorry, like this one was the worst one, I believe. Like by far, I send this screenshot to a few of my friends who have their own businesses, and even some of them, they're into the appointment setting business, and they just laugh so hard. Like this one is unbelievable. Also, by the way, I just realized like this person is not even following me. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. This one by far was the longest. Let's now go a little bit faster with the rest of the messages. So now we have this one, which is like, hey man, and by the way, I believe man, saying man is better than bro, bruv, bro, all of that stuff. So I think man is okay for the most part. And then he says, I'm an algorithm specialist. Do you have a moment to check out this Loom detailing how I can help you to grow your audience to speed? So here's the thing. As I was saying before, people who are in business, they're not dumb, okay? So what does this mean? What does it mean, do you have a moment to check out this Loom detailing how I can help you, yada, yada, yada? What this means is that this Loom does not exist yet. What he's waiting for is a confirmation of the fact that, yes, I'm going to watch this Loom, so then he's going to go and record it. But the thing is that what this demonstrates is that this person, as bad as it might sound, is a little bit lazy, because they only want to do the work once they have confirmation that this work is going to pay off. But again, why would I want to give my personal brand to someone who is lazy? Why would I want to work with people who are not extremely committed and they care about the thing that I'm doing? Now, I know what you might be thinking, which is like, oh, well, but if he has to customize every single message and record these Looms and prepare all of these things every time that he reaches out to someone, man, he's going to waste so much time. Maybe he will only be able to reach out to 5 or 10 people every single day instead of just copy pasting this message and messaging, I don't know, 500 people every single day. But you know the reason why he has to reach out to 500 people? Because he has a very low conversion rate. Do you know the kind of people that I've responded to when they have tried to sell me their services, when they have tried to get me on calls, and I've actually gone on calls with them? The kind of people that I've responded are the ones who are doing these things that I've mentioned to you. And they've shown me already that they have this thing like, oh, I have already recorded this Loom for you. And then I just watch it, and maybe if it's interesting, I will get on a call with them. But at least at the bare minimum, I'm going to respond. But these sort of people, like, why would I? This is what they're proving to me. I'm a little bit lazy, and I don't want to work with these sort of people with something that is so important as my personal brand. If you were customizing everything and you were really caring about the people you're reaching out to, and you were giving a little bit of value up front, you would have a much higher conversion rate. So actually just reaching out to 5-10 people every single day would be enough. Okay, so let's go to the next one. So this one says, hey Pau, we will scale your personal brand to hundreds of thousands of people through short form content in the next 90 days. We'll do it through 120 clips a month, 4 reels a day, 4 posting accounts, multiple platforms. Let us know if you're open for a chat. So here's the thing, at least this is a little bit better. But again, first of all, where's the proof? Because this account that messaged me, I'm just checking right now, they have 260 followers. They're not even following me. So they're just going to apply some basic strategy that they do for everybody. It's not going to be that much customized. Also, like, this is very vague and I didn't like it, like hundreds of thousands of people. But what does that even mean exactly? will scale your personal brand to 100. So what does that mean? That I'm gonna get hundreds of thousands of followers, or is it going to be views, or what is it exactly? So it's just very, very vague. Also, one thing that would be nice to see here is actual work of them. If I could see their clips, what do they look like? Because maybe if I were able to see that, maybe that would persuade me a little bit more to work with them. So let's look at the next one. This one was like, okay, so this person first sent me an email. I did not reply to it, and then they sent me a DM on Instagram. So they say, hello, dear Pau Oliver, sir. This person obviously is from India. Look, if someone from India is watching this, like, I honestly don't get it. Like, everyone in the West, like, the fact that people say sir constantly, it's just something that a lot of people joke about and they make memes about it. So I don't know, if you're from India, just stop saying sir. It's just weird, especially within this sort of context. Also, dear, this is something that a lot of, when I used to do e-commerce and I was negotiating with Chinese suppliers, they were constantly saying dear, don't call me dear. That it's just weird. Okay, so already here, like, you've already lost me, just like right here. But anyways, hello, dear Pau Oliver, sir. I am, his name, a YouTube marketing expert. I have sent you an important email regarding your YouTube channel. So in the email, he sent me basically this screenshot, and he was like, oh yeah, you see like all these things that are wrong with your videos that don't have enough engagement, and these are other things that you could be improving, which, by the way, this is just the vidIQ extension, which I also have. And the thing that I didn't especially like about this one, well, two things. First of all, this sort of template, technique, whatever, this has been sent to me by other people from India also. Like, they just outline some random elements of the video, and then they have these arrows that point at a single place, and they're just like, oh yeah, I could optimize all of these so that you get more engagement and views. So obviously I'm already thinking like, okay, this is just some simple copy paste. And also at the same time, the thing that I did not like about this one is that you're on purpose selecting the lowest performing video that I have on my channel just to call to the fact that my videos don't have enough engagement, which it just seems like a very cheap strategy. At least if you were talking about averages, then I might be able to take you more seriously. But if you go to the worst example in my entire channel of my worst performing video, and you're like, oh, you see how bad you're doing, it's like, come on. And it's even funnier because this video was kind of on purpose, because I made this video when I was doing the challenge of uploading one video every single day to YouTube and to see what would happen. And this specific video, I recorded this one in a rush, and I was not happy how it came out, but I still had to publish it. So I just gave it a pretty bad title and thumbnail on purpose because I was not happy about it, and I didn't want that many people to see it. But anyway, that's just like some personal stuff that's not relevant to this. And then also, so let's continue the message. I sincerely apologize if my message offended you. My intention was not to waste your time or cause any discomfort. I can assure you that reading the entire message can help you take your channel one step further. Like, I don't know, this is just very uncomfortable. This being extremely apologetic for something, like, I have not even replied. It just comes off as very needy. So honestly, I don't even think I have to explain what's wrong with this. Now, this one was so funny. I also sent this one to a friend of mine who's in the business, and we laughed so hard at this one. Like, hello, could we discuss some business matters for a moment, with the quotation marks? So I am sure this person was just like, maybe they had some templates of messages that they sent to people, and they have them with the quotation marks, like, oh, you could say something like, quote, hello, we could discuss yada yada yada, but he forgot to even remove them. Okay, so it's just like, I mean, come on. And what does this even mean? Now, if you're wondering like, why did I include this, is because if you go to their profile, supposedly they are a social media marketing agency. And it's funny because if you go to their Instagram and then you look through their posts and stories and everything, they have like these things of their values and how they take care of people and how they manually put in the effort to generate engagement for you and all of these things. And it's like, come on, really? It doesn't seem like it by the message you're sending me. So it's just like absolutely ridiculous. You have to put in the effort before you reach out to people, because it's kind of true. Like, how you do something is how you do, for the most part, everything. So if you're already proving to me that you're lazy and you don't care, you don't even know what you're doing or what I am doing, like, why would I work with you? I know maybe some of you, you're thinking like, man, you're being like kind of rough, you're being so selfish, but like, man, you are in the service of helping other businesses. You have to care for them. Having a business is about serving others. And then when you do that, that's when you receive the money. And in order to close those clients and have those businesses be willing to work for you, you have to be able to persuade them and show them that you could actually be valuable to them. So this, in a way, is like your resume. If you were trying to get a normal job, imagine that you're doing this. Imagine that you go to Google or any business that you want to work for, and you're like, hey, hello, could I get a job at Google? Like, do you think they're even going to reply to you? Obviously not. You have to be more professional. Again, not to the point that you come off as like super invested and needy and geeky and weird, but Find that middle ground, okay? This is just like really, really bad, pretty sad. Okay, let's take a look at this one. So this one says, hey Pau, I've been quietly impressed by what you're sharing. I help people grow their personal business and personal brand with YouTube by enhancing their videos, visual appeal, and storytelling. If you're open to a quick call to take your content to the next level, I'll share it. And if it's not valuable to you, I'll work on one of your upcoming videos for free. So the things that I'm missing here, at least the intro is slightly better than the other ones, but the things that I'm missing here again is proof, not in the sense that it can get me results, because he didn't even mention that, but in the sense of like, what does his content look like? For example, one cool thing that he could have done is already send me an example of what a video of mine could look like if he was the one editing it. So he can just download any video that I have on YouTube and then just do a simple edit. Maybe it doesn't have to be the full video, you know, maybe just like 5 minutes or something like that. So at least I can see what it would look like, and that would be the ultimate proof. If he was like, hey Pau, I really like your YouTube, yada yada yada, I've edited this video that you already posted on YouTube, so you can see what your YouTube videos could look like if I was the one editing them or something like that. And then he just drops me a link. So for sure I would click on it and I would watch it, and if I like it, then maybe I would be open to talk with him. Now also this part right here, I don't think this is valuable at all, in the sense that he says, if it's not valuable to you, so the video that he would make for me, I will work on one of your upcoming videos for free. But think about it, that doesn't quite make sense. Like, why would I want free work from you if I don't like it? Don't you see that it doesn't quite make sense? If I don't like the work, I don't care if it's free or paid. I just don't want it at all. So again, this one was a little bit better, but it's still not good enough for me to be like, okay, let me actually reply and talk with this person. It's almost there, but not quite there. And then we have another one, but I'm just gonna skip this one because I think this video is already going on for too long. So what I just want to talk about now is what the messages that have gotten me to respond and to get on calls with some people, what those messages look like. It's very simple. Usually it's something along the lines of, hey Pau, I've been watching some of your videos. I really like these things that you talk about. I like the view that you have of like having this holistic approach to life, in which you talk about you're trying to mix business with health, relationships, spirituality, all of that stuff, which is a very clear acknowledgement that you know what my brand is about. And then something along the lines of, I have recorded this Loom video for you in which I show you how I've re-edited one of your videos that I think if you did it this way, it would be more engaging. So here's like 5 minutes of my edits. And if you like it, feel free to use it however you want. And if you like it and actually would want me to edit more of your videos or short form content, let me know and we can get on a call and come to an agreement. So it's something along those lines, okay? I just kind of made up, but that's basically the philosophy of this whole thing. Obviously, if you put more time into it and you sit down and you think about it, but that's basically it. Because the fact that he's acknowledging that he understands what my content is about, what to me that is telling me is that if this person is either editing my videos or doing thumbnails or short form content, like, they will get it. They know what they're working for, which basically means that the content they produce is going to be way, way better than other people who are just posting generic content. Because at the end of the day, you want to have your own personal touch to your brand, to be a little bit unique. So the kind of people that have done that, those are the ones that I've gotten on calls with and I've actually replied to and I've messaging with back and forth. Now, one last thing to close this video off is that the reason why I've given these examples and I've explained the whole thing through my point of view and how people reach out to me and how I respond and all of these things is just to illustrate my point. I'm not implying that right now I'm looking for video editors or anything like that, just to be clear. It's just that it's way more simple to illustrate and explain my points if I just give you personal examples. What I would really, really recommend you to do, because this was an overview more focused on how not to do it and the mistakes that you should avoid. But if you want to know exactly now how you should do it and be very specific about it, I do have this other video on my YouTube channel, which you should see popping up right here or maybe here on the side, that will tell you the 3 specific things that you need to know and do to be amazing at doing cold outreach. Okay, so go watch that video because that video might even be even more useful than this one. So go do that, but for now, that's it. And hopefully I will see you on the next video. Take care. Peace.